Are you tired of the constant challenges in maintaining good, solid employees in your business? Are you sick of having to fire and rehire? Stick around and I'll share with you how to change that. Hi, I'm Dr. John Lee. I'm a chiropractor and run $1 million practice, and I have a team of A players, and this is because of solid systems and training in our office. I am also a business consultant to chiropractors across the US, and I teach them also how to do this too. Today, we're talking about how to build a strong and successful team in your chiropractic business. Running a chiropractic clinic can be challenging, but having a supportive and motivated team can make all the difference. That's why in this video, we're sharing with you 5 tips that'll help you build a strong and effective team. Whether you're just starting out or looking to improve your existing team, these tips will help you create a positive and productive work environment. So sit back, grab a notepad, and let's dive into building the best team for your chiropractic business. The first tip for building a strong team in your chiropractic business is to hire and start with A players. This means hiring and beginning with quality players from the get-go. This will require an effective hiring process, which is the crucial first step in finding the best talent out there. This is like in professional football when NFL teams draft the best college players in the first and second round of the draft. They do so because this is where the best available players are coming out of college. When it comes to employees, I believe that a B player can become an A player, and then an A player can become an A+ player, and then a C player will become B at best. So you obviously want to find the A and B players to start with. The hiring process is another topic in itself, so please check the description below for the link that I have on the free training video on the hiring process. Once you learn and apply the content from that training video, you'll definitely have the edge on hiring and starting with A players. The second tip for building a strong team in your chiropractic business is that you want to utilize your team members' natural strengths and talents. Just like you wouldn't try to force a square peg into a round hole, you don't want to force employees into roles that they are not well suited for. Usually, there's several different roles in a business, and you want to place your team members where they will perform best and have the best chance to succeed. Personality testing helps immensely during the hiring process when determining this. There are many types of tests out there, such as DISC, Myers-Briggs. My favorite is from a company called Tracom, and theirs is called Social Styles. This is the one I prefer and use on a regular basis. If you're lucky, you will have an employee who can do it all. However, usually most employees will be best at 1 or 2 roles in your business. Now, in professional football, would an NFL team draft a lean, skinny wide receiver to be a lineman who usually need to be huge, tall, and stand like brick walls? No, of course not. They would find the players with the appropriate athletic build and qualities and skills to best play the position that they're trying to fill. So in your chiropractic business, if you need a front office receptionist, you're going to need someone who's friendly, outgoing, and who's comfortable talking to people in person as well as on the phone. If you need a billing specialist, you'll look for an analytical, logical mind, a person who is organized and good with numbers with attention to detail. So basically, you wouldn't take someone who has front office receptionist skills naturally and force them into a billing position, or vice versa. You want to set up your team members for success. The third tip for building a strong team in your chiropractic business is to train new employees properly in the first 90 days. You will need to dedicate time outside of patient treating times to properly train new employees. On top of training while seeing patients, you will need to have undisturbed time where you or the staff members can train your new hires. You also want to create a simple training checklist to follow that will keep you on track with the training. The goal is to have proficiency within 3 months. You don't need to be at an expert level because that will come with time. Your new hire's future success will depend on how the first few months of training goes. I have seen offices that are too busy to train properly. Then the new hire will make many errors and possibly fail in the eyes of the employer. I've seen that those who are committed to training their new hires are the ones that will succeed and have employee retention. So please, really dive in and dedicate time to properly train your new hires in their first 90 days. The fourth tip for building a strong team in your chiropractic business is to hold regular training during the week. Now, would a pro sports team play games without training and practicing? Of course not. The best Fortune 500 companies train regularly, and your small business must do the same. I recommend putting in 1 to 4 hours per week as a requirement. 4 hours if you have a team of mostly newer members, and 1 hour for a team of veterans. Training never stops. There are always things that can be improved, like a quality kitchen knife that needs to be sharpened every once in a while. You and your team members can always sharpen skills and procedures. There are going to be topics for training that are recurring, such as the new patient day 1 process and the day 2 process. And this is from the chiropractic assistant and doctor's perspective. Other topics will be how to communicate, how to handle phones, how to provide therapies, and more. In our office, we are always revisiting and retraining on the same topics because we know that there's always room to improve. We basically strive for perfection and never will settle or say that we are perfect. The fifth tip for building a strong team in your chiropractic business is to listen to your team members. Don't just talk to them or at them. You need to take time to listen to them and ask for feedback, questions, and their comments. This is best done with individual one-on-one meetings. This is in addition to weekly staff meetings. You can check the description for the link to my free training video on how to conduct individual meetings. You want to understand the difference between being a leader versus a boss. A leader listens, they troubleshoot, and they offer advice and solutions and further training. Whereas the boss talks to or at his or her team and is demanding and usually unrealistic with his or her demands. Listening to your team members is going to be one of the most important steps to creating a healthy and positive working relationship. This leads to a strong team that wants to follow you, their leader. I personally, in my professional career, learned this the hard way. I was definitely a boss at first. Then I learned from my mentors and experts how to become a better leader, and at this point, I've had 3 team members who've stayed with us 10 years or more. Check out that link for my training video on how to conduct individual meetings, and you'll be able to do these meetings and listen to your team members like a true leader and pro. So to simplify and summarize how to build a strong team in your chiropractic business, there are 3 main things to remember. 1, find the right people. 2, train well and train regularly. And 3, listen to your employees. Now, saying and doing are 2 totally different things. So once you commit and say that you're going to do these things, then the next step is executing and doing these consistently and effectively. Please remember that there really is no quick fix or magic bullet in building a strong team in your business. It really comes down to putting in the work, time, and energy to ensure that you build the best team possible. As the saying goes, you reap what you sow. And that's a wrap. We hope these 5 tips for building a strong team in your chiropractic business have given you valuable insights and inspiration for creating a cohesive and productive team. Your team plays a critical role in the success of your chiropractic business, so be sure to prioritize their development and well-being. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends and colleagues. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more valuable content and insights. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.